Saturday, May 8th, we have Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and worth and value and pleasure and long-term commitments, jumping off of her throne in Taurus and shifting into Gemini as well. So Venus was in her place of power in Taurus. She rules over both Taurus and Libra. She was all kinds of feeling herself on that throne in Taurus, very much about self-love, very much focused on relationships and money matters and topics and themes due to worth and long-term planning. And we definitely had a grounded approach while Venus was in Taurus, of course, Earth on Earth, keeping us very grounded, keeping us very down to earth. And now that she's moving into Gemini, things are going to get a little bit whimsical, a little bit flighty, a little bit more light and fluffy. So, she's still very focused on what she represents, which is love and worth and beauty and long-term goals and commitments. But now in this Gemini energy, we're going to spice things up a bit. Gemini energy, of course, is ruled over by the air element, ruled over by the mental plane, and, really craves variety. We want to really, test the waters. We want to explore new ideas. We want to be very, very social, especially seeing the situation that most of us are in here in the world due to the global events going on. There is a push, there is a want, there is a need, there is a desire to reconnect and rebuild social communities so that, us in this chatty Cathy energy can still collaborate and share our ideas with other people. Now, this is going to be a breath of fresh air because, we were very focused on building and creating and staying grounded and doing self-love and listening to our bodies while Venus was in Taurus. But now we want to experiment. We want to, dabble in different ideas. We want to learn new things. We want to express ourselves in new ways, again, in every social aspect that we can get our hands on. And, the same kind of energy that Gemini brings us is very much infiltrated into our core values, which are love and relationships and beauty and worth. And this is an energy where we have to be a little bit more fluid. We have to go with the flow a little bit. It's definitely a dramatic change to, grounded, stable energy in that Tauran energy. So socially, we're strong because Gemini, of course, rules over communication and how we express ourselves. We are going to be more in an attractive mode to communication. So we are attracted to situations where we can express ourselves, share our ideas, align with like-minded people. And in relationships, like if you're single right now, you're going to be attracted more to someone's mind and how that works and shared interests instead of the overall physicality of a person. That's going to be more attractive, is what their mind is kind of saying. The intellect becomes more appealing. And even if you're in a relationship, the relationship dynamics change. We want to be more communicative. We want to share. We want to express. We want to talk and chat. We want to just explore. Now, just a quick tidbit of information. Last year, Venus was in Gemini for a horribly long time because she actually retrograded in Gemini. And a lot of long-term committed relationships had a lot of bumps in the road during that time. And this is likely going to re-trigger some of those aspects if they were not settled, if they were not provided the closure or the ending that they really deserved. There's going to be a lot of energy from last May, early June, come up again. Even if you're not in a relationship, some of the topics and themes that have really added a lot of pressure on your mental plane during that time last year will come up for review once again. And again, as we move closer to Mercury retrograding, bringing up things from the past, we are going to have a huge focus on some of the things that we likely have tried to sweep under the rug that are now coming up for another review and another closure. So our social lives are definitely going to be the main focus with Venus in Gemini. This is more than just romantic relationships. This is friendships. This is, interacting with strangers. This is, your workplace identity, your workplace relationship really coming to life. Because again, we have that want, need, and desire to connect. We have that want, need, and desire to socialize, to, exchange our thoughts and opinions with other people, especially where values and worth take place. Because again, that's what Venus is all about. Now, a con here to this energy is that we can become very bored and very restless very quickly. And so if you are in a relationship, you might find that you reach a peak of boredom where you feel discontent and unsatisfied with what is going on. I would recommend that you not make any rash decisions, major life-changing decisions, because this energy too will pass. But the restlessness comes because we have to keep our mental plane engaged. We have to keep things exciting. We want to spice things up in our mental plane. So learn something new, or take an old task or an old routine and do it in the reverse way. Like, have you ever tried to vacuum your house in the opposite way in which you normally do? Because many of us have these habits that we start at a certain place, or we start in a certain room and we work our way through the house. Now, I'm telling you, it's an interesting challenge to say, okay, I'm going to do everything backwards and start from the opposite end in which you're normally ending the whole routine in. So again, it's simple things like this that you can spice up, that you can change in your daily routine to kind of add a little bit of variety to life, to make us not so bored, to make us not so restless, and really just to make things kind of interesting.